It's a problem all over the country. Thieves smashing vehicle windows to steal what's inside.
From plotting to sneaking, most thieves get too carried away with their criminal misdeeds until the eventual fall.
Well, police say they've caught the guy stealing packages from homes and UPS drivers in multiple cities.
Stick around to witness sneaky thieves who learned it the hard after being struck by instant karma. Sneaky, humiliating surprise. Either this thief was a bit too impatient, or he did a poor job of surveilling. A shop assistant who happened to check up on the inventory confronted the sneaky thief almost immediately. Using a bottle of liquor, he struck the thief almost as if he was more of reminding his presence than plainly to teach him a lesson. Lumber thieves. Judging by how expensive construction materials have gotten, a gang of thieves decided to steal some of the lumber after the off hours. At first, a guy can be seen surveying the area before lingering off and leaving. After walking to a different area of a construction site, an accomplice joins him and they start taking lumber off on the other side of the fence. The construction site security operator, upon seeing them amid the act, called the local police. Within a couple of minutes, the responding police officers make contact with the construction site wood thieves and place them under arrest. Thanksgiving thief. With everyone indoors and busy with Thanksgiving getting together, this thief found the perfect time to steal a parked car. A couple that were heading for the Thanksgiving gathering were on their way when they noticed a man getting in a vehicle with shattered glass on the street. The man steps out to investigate and confront the thief, who he is instantly able to pin down to the ground with the authorities on the way. Indecisive carjacker. After a failed attempt at a high-speed getaway in a stolen BMW, this carjacking suspect decided to use a skateboard in an attempt to get away. Los Angeles police pursued the suspect, who rear-ended another car before taking off on a skateboard. With officers gaining on him in the chase, he then started running on foot until a pickup driver blocked his path, helping to end the chase in apprehension. Organized thief uprooted. An Albuquerque resident, Desiree Molina, was involved in an organized crime of shoplifting high-end vacuum machines from various large retail stores. Using an alpha key that she also stole, she took stuff and simply walking out of the store. As soon as she got on the Albuquerque Police Department's radar, an undercover operation was conducted where she unknowingly attempted to sell the stolen merchandise to the detective for half the price until she was instantly nabbed for it. Over $15,000 worth of merchandise was recovered from her possession. Breaching failed. This thief decided to use tricks and techniques from a movie. Not only did he forget to cover his face before the crime, but also triggered an alarm for which he wasn't expecting. Confused by the sudden, unexpected development, he panics and quickly abandons the attempt. With his face caught on the security camera, police were able to track him and arrest him soon after. Smash-grabbing thief confronted. Aside from porch pirates, smash-and-grab theft is another rapidly growing street crime. A correspondent, along with a cameraman in San Francisco, decided to plant a GPS tracking device inside a speaker and a designer purse in a vehicle parked in plain view. Shortly after, two thieves broke the back window of the car, where the purse was taken by a female thief and the speaker by a male. Then the GPS tracker is turned on, and the reporter walks up to the smash-and-grab thief to catch him on the camera. Despite being recorded on footage and knowing of his deed, he decided to still walk away with the stolen speaker. Underestimating thief. This would-be car thief made his way into a private property, hoping for an easy steal after seeing no visible security measures. Little did he know that two security cameras that were monitoring the property noticed him given away by his bright flashlight. Not knowing he was spotted, he was busy locking his eyes on the vehicle just when the police arrived on the scene, and this criminal came face to face with karma. Thieving power couple. There indeed is no honor among thieves, even for a power couple. A pair broke into the storage area of a California thrift store after hours. They could be seen walking all over the area with an axe, either inspecting what to steal or in search of something in particular. As the pair were busy sorting through several items to steal, the camera operator had already called in the police, who caught the female in the act and was placed in cuffs. But her partner not only got away, but abandoned his partner. Material meddler. Having a better chance of avoiding any witnesses, this thief decided to make a heist late in the night on a rainy day. In Washington, a security guard noticed suspicious activity where an unknown man could be seen inspecting and arranging to take away construction materials. Despite a warning through on-site speakers, the unbothered thief carried on with the act. Soon, police arrived on the scene and apprehended the thief. Disciplined by grandma. This grown man managed to keep all the bystanders at bay until one of the senior citizens restored some level of discipline. In a grocery store in British Columbia, Canada, a man wearing a mask left an intimidating impression where no one stepped in his way to stop him from attempting to take away a trolley full of supplies without paying other than a grandma. Not only did she block his way, but also went ahead and removed his mask, exposing his face to the recording camera. At this point, one of the bystanders attempted to snatch the trolley as well, and surprisingly, the thief let it go without much resistance. If it wasn't for this grandma, he certainly would have gotten away with the loot. Shoplifting with honesty. This suspicious-looking couple that was suspected of shoplifting was arrested soon after the shopkeepers called in the police. The woman named Honesty was stealing makeup and other cosmetic products under her clothes while her boyfriend was attempting to steal clothes. Both were placed immediately in cuffs, at which point the items that they were attempting to steal started coming out and were taken to a holding cell soon after. Improvised getaway attempt.
Something happened between you and her last night?
Upon being cornered and only seconds away from being placed into the cuffs, this guy had to try and make a run for it. A suspect was being questioned by police officers at a Blue Ash, Ohio hotel room for the suspicion of multiple felonies. As the officers attempted to place cuffs on him, he made a desperate run inside the room to jump out a closed window despite being on the 6th floor. He bounced back and was taken into custody without further incident. Prolific thief downed. A moped thief, after having reportedly stolen 5 mobile phones from pedestrians in downtown London, gained the attention of the police. After a 5th cell phone was stolen, the police cars in the area narrowed down the suspect's location, where after a brief effort to chase, the fleeing thief was knocked off the bike. Just when you'd think the pursuit would be over, the perpetrator started fleeing on foot until a wrong turn had him cornered and finally placed in cuffs. Embarrassing failure. These 2 wasted youths grabbed a parked scooter in hopes of stealing it one way or the other, even after drawing the attention of a crowd of suspicious pedestrians. One of them was attempting to hot wire, while the other was trying to assure the witnesses of the scooter being their own. Once they successfully managed to get the scooter started, both quickly hopped on to make their escape until they immediately lost control and struck a nearby parked vehicle. As both were recovering from the aftermath, one of the thieves took the scooter and abandoned his mate to the suspicious crowd. Carjacker interrupted. This street thug blocked the path of a random vehicle and attempted to carjack the vehicle that was waiting at a red light in broad daylight. The presence of other drivers and pedestrians who came together to stop the perpetrator from stealing. While one of them was physically attempting to pull the carjacker out, the other was attempting to resolve it verbally. Within minutes, police officers arrived and took the carjacker into custody. Mugger mugged. The only one that was at the wrong place at the wrong time was this very burglar. Security camera footage recorded a robbery attempt where the cash register clerk attempted to snatch away the mugger's gun. One of the bystanders quickly ran to seek help, and seconds later, a fellow shopkeeper quickly appeared, overpowered, and subdued the man, making his robbery attempt a terrible failure as quickly as it got initiated. Pointlessly escalated attempt. Unlike most thieving women, this one had the nerve to go above and beyond. A beauty supply store owner, soon after noticing a shoplifting woman, attempted to confront her. As a result, the woman got aggressive until both of them got into a scuffle. The incident took a dramatic escalation from getting caught to an argument, then a struggle with fists with the woman, who attempted to even use lethal force. Alleged thief's instant karma. Just because this guy managed to get his hands on a sports car doesn't necessarily give him the relevant skills needed to drive one. A driver recorded an incident where a thief was showing off after stealing a red Mercedes sports car. Just when he attempted to overtake and speed away, he lost control and crashed into another car, turning at the intersection. Coincidentally, it was only the thief who got overturned with the vehicle torn apart. Aggressive backlash. Unlike your average Joe, messing with construction workers who are mentally and physically toned could have one worst of outcomes. This was no different. A thief driving a red sedan thought of making a quick grab-and-get-away attempt at power tools, triggering a fierce confrontation from the construction workers. One of them jumped on the windshield, attempting to break his way into the thief's car, while the other got into his pickup truck to chase. Moments later, the sedan driver can be seen confronted by both the workers that were giving him a terrible time. Organized crime ring unraveled. After having spent months tracking down a suspect who was sourcing a multi-layered shoplifting and fencing ring, they were finally ready to make the move. Florida police officers surveilled the suspect nicknamed Puffy, who would grab 2 pieces of every dress and head into the trying room to hide one of the dresses between her street clothes and body while putting the other back. She would then have her network of people who would return the items to the store and take payment not just in cash, but also store credits, only to maximize the capital. Eventually, with the help of a police informant, Puffy was taken into custody, being caught red-handed and smuggling out stolen items. After a brief interrogation, her organized crime ring network was uprooted one after the other. Serial shoplifter's downfall. A group of trio thieves banded together in an attempt to go on a shoplifting spree at Target. Deputies who were investigating a series of thefts happened to spot them from the security cameras as they were busy grabbing clothing items and placing them in a large purse, while one of them was filling up the trolley with all kinds of items. As 2 of them attempted to leave the store, they were quickly and silently ambushed into custody. Mall thief tastes karma. A mall is a place where the chances of a thief facing instant karma are high. This was no different. Another simple day at Northgate Mall had a dramatic incident when a phone thief, after snatching, was attempting to flee while being followed. One of the bystanders, who quickly understood the development, immediately got involved by toppling down the snatcher, dropping several phones out from the pocket. In a matter of minutes, the mall security apprehended the suspect. Thieving dilemma. This thief in a Philadelphia multifamily residential parking garage looked like was facing a moment of indecision. Having such a large number of high-end vehicles, he was having such a dilemma of options that he kept on accessing several vehicles just to see which would feel better. Seeing the suspicious behavior, the security operator promptly alerted local police, who quickly responded to the scene where the suspect was then apprehended. Robbing brutes. Outsmarted. 2 brutes along with machetes decided to rush a grocery store in a surprise robbery attempt in hopes to overwhelm the shopkeeper. After having left the shopkeeper terrified, both got busy ransacking the place. The shopkeeper, despite being outnumbered and caught by surprise, made a smart decision to leave the store and lock them in. One of the robbers attempted to resist, but failed as a good Samaritan jumped in to help. Both the robbers were then cornered in the shop with the police on the way along with another guy who claimed to be an innocent customer. After much struggle, the robbers managed to flee from the back exit of the store. Determined thief. A black pickup truck with an empty trailer appeared, driving onto a Louisiana industrial site where the thief went to the back of the building and parked his vehicle in front of a white trailer outside the warehouse loading dock. He was attempting to walk to the trailer and break his way in when an industrial security operator gave him an on-site speaker warning. Initially, he drove away, but hours later returned once again, stopping at the same spot as before. Officers who received details about the suspicious activity were in the area who, after spotting the thief, cornered them and captured one of the suspects while the other one got away. Porch pirate robbed. This porch pirate thought this would be another quick in-and-out job, but it had an unexpected result. A homeowner in California spotted a package thief through his home surveillance camera in the act. Jensen reacted by running, not after the man, to snatch his property back rather quickly and grabbed a woman's purse from the passenger front. The confused and panicked porch pirate reacted immediately by dropping the homeowner's package and fleeing the scene. Rejected attempt. In the city of Tulsa, Oklahoma, a robber armed with a handgun tried to find his way into a pharmacy politely. Just as drew out his actual intentions, the robber was thrown out faster than he entered, with the door slammed in his face. Coincidence karma. Just when the restaurant looked to be deserted enough to be robbed without worry, this guy thought of it being the best opportunity to make some quick money. A masked intruder walked into a branch of Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers in Kentucky and demanded money from the cash register. Coincidentally, a cop couple that were on a date night spotted the ongoing robbery attempt and quickly jumped into action. The unexpected robber was caught in panic, which he reacted by fleeing away. Karate comeback. In Piedmont Avenue, Oakland, a man that just after returning to his car and was getting in, two carjackers caught him by surprise. After having pushed around the car owner, they managed to snatch away his keys. As they turned to steal and get away, two karate instructors ambushed their vehicles, catching them by the very surprise and terror as they damaged the carjackers' windshields, to which they responded by quickly fleeing the scene without stealing the car. Robber rejected. A fast food joint worker was busy readying the order of a customer when this robber appeared. Despite the armed robber trying to strike fear into everyone, only ended up making his presence known. The worker kept on tending to the customer's order. Both the customer and the worker ignored the robber almost as if he was never there. The appalled perpetrator, after getting confused about how to proceed and failing to grab attention, eventually walked out. Rolex Rippers. Ripped. A gang in London by the name of Rolex Rippers, after gaining momentum of thefts for expensive watches and phones, turned into a prime target of the police. An undercover attempt was launched towards their apprehension. A team of undercover cops wore expensive watches and made their presence in crime hotspots like Soho, Mayfair, and Kensington to lure out the gang. As soon as the thugs made a move after making the appearance, they fell into the trap where backup quickly arrived, ambushing the gang and successfully making several arrests on the spot. CCTV cameras were specially set up to capture video evidence before the undercover operation. Red-handed catch. From choosing daylight to strike to not wearing masks, these two thieves in Massachusetts surely thought they were on top of things. They broke into a residence by smashing the homeowner's back door glass. While they managed to give the owner's dog a treat to keep it quiet, they unknowingly triggered a surveillance system. It started recording their every move while sending an alert to the homeowner, Damien Girard's work computer. He was able to watch the robbery in real time and called the cops. While the thieves were upstairs, a squad of police officers quickly arrested one of the thieves, but the other managed to get away. Beyond porch piracy. After having stolen dozens of packages from homes and UPS drivers in multiple cities, this thief was upping his game and was getting more beyond theft. He started using knives and even tasers to take down some of the UPS drivers for a much bigger loot. The Detroit Police Department tracked him to a gas station soon after he stole another package and quickly apprehended him. Robber ignored. This inexperienced thief entered a nail salon in Atlanta and gave his level best in trying to strike fear just to rob the place. From the staff to the patrons, everyone ignored the robber. After making several attempts at which no one batted an eye to comply, the thief left soon after. The only thing that was robbed in this salon that day was the self-esteem of the robber. That's it for this video. Which one of these sneaky culprits was your favorite? Let us know in the comments down below. While you are at it, why not drop a like if you enjoyed the video? And be sure to subscribe for more content like this coming your way. Until the next one, goodbye.